ask him to help you learn how to surrender and to go with you as you walk this journey out.
Tulsa Talks is the podcast that is inspiring people to have everyday meaningful conversations to gain perspective and help the world.
You had an experience in COVID too?
Yes. That was my come to Jesus moment, my Jonah in the well experience.
What year was it, 20 or
2020.
21? Okay.
I remember like it was yesterday. That was the day that God gave me 2020 vision. He made me change my perspective on everything, and kind of like what scripture says, every knee's gonna bow. I am in control. You are here for the ride.
No way.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I have been running from ministry all my life. I didn't think I was worthy. All the things of the world. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think anybody...
Who is worthy in their own ability?
Exactly. And all the things that the enemy lies to us about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The lies are that you need to live up to something in your own ability.
Right.
That's not what God's about.
No. And it made me lean on him because he's in control. And like the Krispy Kreme donut, we had, I too, essential worker in mental health. And I was at home working.
So you guys went remote?
Yes, we went remote. We were able to work from home, so we're still able to work where some people weren't. So I was grateful for that. And all of a sudden, the room just started spinning out of control. And I couldn't control it. Please forgive me.
So you were sitting or laying down? Give me a visual.
I was on my computer sitting, working like it was a normal day. And then all of a sudden things stopped. It's like you could feel something getting ready to stir.
Inside you?
Yes. And then all of a sudden the room just started spinning out of control. I couldn't control anything. And so I had to close my eyes. My eyes started spinning out of control, which I found out was nystagmus. I was having a severe bout of vertigo. And, pardon me, I also started to throw up uncontrollably because it was like I was on this ride that I couldn't get off of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So so the world was spinning around you, and I've been on these little rides that spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, and I have felt very sick to my stomach. And you actually vomited because of that.
Yes. My kids were home with us because everybody, was locked in. It's so funny. My daughter doesn't like throw up, so my son had to help me. And my son is Asperger's. So he was the one taking the reins. She's 2 years older than him. So he's like, Mom, I won't leave you. And it was so awesome. God does everything for his purpose. I had a puppy too that Zoe, she's no longer here. She kind of helped me navigate through it. I could feel her licking my hand like, stay here, stay here. I just felt her say, stay here. And I just started to vomit uncontrollably. They ended up having to call IMSA. I had to go to the hospital. I threw up and vomited for 3 days.
Wow. In the hospital?
I just had to pray and sing my way out. I could hear the things going on around me. It's kind of like what was happening in the world, basically. God was like, And he said, this is your Jonah in the well experience. You keep running, but like Jonah had to go to Nineveh.
Yeah.
And you're going to do what I say do. And so I remembered that, and I just prayed, I sang, I prayed. I couldn't move, but I heard the doctor say, well, they were doing tests. I had a CAT scan, all the scans, angiogram. Well, it's not a stroke. And that's when I just, Lord, I repent. There was so much that I didn't do for you. I didn't sing for you. I didn't spread the gospel. And I just remember he's the same God no matter what condition that you're in. Just the word just started coming to me. And I just said, Lord, I stood in my authority that I was supposed to stand in a long time ago, but God's timing is perfect timing. When you get me out of this spin, they're not going to be able to shut me up. If I start crying, I'm sorry. When you get me out of the spin, the world is going to know about you. When you get me out of this spin.
Yeah, not if.
When. Because I know what he can do. He created the world. So when? Faith. Faith is the evidence things of hope for, the evidence of things not seen. When you get me out of this. So after they ruled out everything, the room stopped. 3 days later. And I said, okay, Lord, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to tell of your goodness. And too much is given, much is required. And we go through everything. He made me also in those 3 days replay everything that I went through as a child. All of the pits, all of the valley experiences I went through so much trauma as a kid. And he reminded me, you went through to help people through what's going to come in 2025. Now that I look and replay my life, I'm like, you went through chaos as a child. Now it's to help others come through the chaos that's happening. So I refuse to stop running, and I haven't been quiet for him ever since. So that was my 2025. It helped me see God in a new light. It helped me see I'm not in control. God is in control. You can go voluntarily to do his will, or he'll, make you have that Jonah in the well experience. And that's what it was for me. So.
I've listened to a lot of people talk about God, and different people have different pieces of him, in my experience. Mm-hmm. And it seems like some people are offended by other people's perspective of him. But I think that we all have what he's given us to share. Yeah. What has he given you to share? What is your message? What is the message that God instilled in you that you are to share? I heard he's in control. You had a Jonah moment. Just like Jonah was in the belly of the whale, Jesus was in the belly of the earth for 3 days, and you were in the belly of Vertigo for 3 days. What did you come back to life to share?
That your testimony can help so many people. And we have to go back to trauma. He's called us for such a time as this. So whether it be molestation, whether it be having drug addicts in your family, whether it be being rejected by family, friends, whether it be divorce, suicide, whether it be everything that you go through is to help somebody else. And we carry our cross and we are disciples. But the ultimate person that we are to learn from was Jesus. So I've carried my crosses, and I just named some of the things that I've been through as a kid and a person that...
You went through all of those things?
Oh, and even more. I have a son that's special needs, Asperger's.
Yeah.
But I found out that Went to school for speech pathology, but put that on the back burner for him. And everything that I learned in school was, he's 20 now, but during those times, God told me to grieve. But what's typical? What's normal? You need to help him because you're not gonna always be here. And I used what I learned in school to help him, and he's thriving, but he's shown me what unconditional love looked like. He's taught me so much that no matter what, putting God first, you can get through anything. And he uses everything for your good. So even through all that, I'm able to sit here today to help somebody else. Like, I understand you are not alone. You have to call on him. Maybe he can't move without your permission. You got to surrender. And once I surrendered in 2020, he keeps me in awe of him. And the power that he possesses if you just surrender and let him have control.
What have you been made aware of since then that you might not have seen before? Can you give me an example of that?
He speaks through everything. Nothing is off limits for God. Whether it's through a person, whether it's through prayer time, fasting. I fasted a lot more. I do praise and worship a lot more. I've surrendered and got on my face a lot more. I'll be in my prayer closet and pray something, and immediately someone will confirm, he speaks through confirmation, what only he and I talked about at the throne room or in the secret place. And I'm like, okay, I hear you, Lord. Whether it's in a song on the radio, like you feel like all hope is lost, but then you'll hear something reassuring in that song. I'm trying to teach my son and daughter how to hear him because she was 2 and she has the gift of prophecy, and I didn't realize now that I know what he is and how he moves. My mom had a trucking company when she was 2, and she said, Grandma fell. She was hanging up signs. And I could see her in the rearview mirror hanging up signs. And she's like, Mama, Grandma fell. Grandma fell. And I was like, no, baby. 2 seconds later, my mom fell.
Wow.
And I was like, so that was just an example of things that I went through as a kid. And I immediately, because our kids get double of what we get. And I began to pray for her. I was like, no, not you too, but yeah, you too. And I was trying to teach her the power of praying. And I was like, God heals you, baby. She was 5, and I'll never forget. It was the first time we got on our knees and we prayed. I just like, I want snow. I want snow, Mom. I said, you can have your heart's desire if you want snow. So we prayed, and I'm like, the next day we had a blizzard. And I was like, baby, and this is my example of teaching her how he lives, and he loves the little children. We must come back to him as children, where our faith and our belief in him has no restriction. And so she was like, I said, I did that. I said, we agreed and God heard you. So just to the power, the kingdom is voice activated. Let there be light. There was light. But there was no unbelief and sin. You got to be pure like the little children.
Yeah.
So just to reassure, man, he has called you. I'm sorry you have to go through those things, but you're building up the arsenal to be able to battle the battle between good and evil. That's what he said. He told me, and having a relationship with him, he does speak.
How old is your daughter?
She's 23 now. And when I was when she ran through COVID time, because she saw someone throw up at John 3:16 summer camp, and she didn't like it. So she quit the camp because of that. I said, baby, I need you to pray for me because you are a prayer warrior. I tell parents, have your kids pray over you. Because God hears them, because there's no doubt, there's no unbelief. It's pure, it's innocent, it's clean. So they pray over me still constantly. I was like, I don't have the power even with my divorce. It's just so much in how he has spoken through the stages of my life. And now it's like he was speaking through that. I'm listening through that. Man, he's been with me the whole time when I thought I was alone.
Yeah. He'll never leave us alone.
Nor forsake us. Never.
And he'll always make an avenue of escape.
Yeah, ram in the bush. Always. But you have to have a relationship with him. He's not a genie in a bottle. He'll be a mother to the motherless, a father to the fatherless. When I was rejected, I just remember I was 8 when I saw God in his glory. It made me go back through my whole life and just, dang, he was there all along. I just remember feeling things, and I guess now knowing what it's called, the spirit of discernment at 8, and seeing religion. That's what separates. And he loses his power in
what did
religion.
You just say? What?
Religion separates. United we stand, divided we fall for the enemy's devices. It's power in numbers.
Religion separates.
And divides.
How do you get beyond it?
Talk to him. Ask him. Read your word. Know him. And know what's not God. Because he even speaks through the pages. If we just open them. I mean, he talks. It's voice activated. He talks. It was an inspiration of him. People wrote, I hear this, saying this, reflecting. You gotta read your word. Even if you don't know, the times I didn't know, because I was born and raised Catholic, but God was showing me his nature in a whole new sense. That's what he told me at 8. Religion divides. How can I do this and not get in trouble when I go to another place and I get in trouble? I'm confused. My mom asked me, she told me the silliest question is the one not asked until you get on their nerves.
Yeah, if you have too many questions and you get on their nerves, most people will try to rid you from their presence. You ask the wrong questions too strongly, and they will remove you. And is that removing you from that situation or that church or that organization actually sending you to grow?
That's when, I'll never forget, I was at one of my great aunt's funeral, and they were Baptist. I just have to name my experiences. I don't know anyone else but what I've seen. And this lady, I could tell, I think I was like 10, I could tell she had tears of joy, but we're at her funeral. I didn't know the word. I had to live it. Now I'm learning it. And I was like, Mom, why nobody's sitting her down? We can't talk in church. Be quiet, be quiet. And I was like, I said, but Mom, she looks like she has happy tears. She was just like, be quiet, be quiet. This is what they do at their church. And I was like, okay. So God just said, watch her. So I watched her the whole funeral. And I remember I want that. She wasn't boo-hooing, she wasn't crying. And then after I learned the word, to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. So she was celebrating her friend going home to be with the Lord because she was devout. She was on fire for God. And I was like, wow. And so I began, because I could hear him in my spirit, the things he would tell me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go with you because you didn't make me be quiet. You gave me an explanation. And sometimes he won't talk. He just wants you to observe. But sometimes he will. So at that point, I just was like, you know what? I want to learn as much as I can by just having an intimate relationship with him, praying, talking, praising and worshiping, and just sitting still sometimes. But I remember Jesus came to, what did he say? He uses the foolish things to confound the wise. And he broke up the church, the religion.
Yeah. I think, I at least hope that the religious leaders and denominations have the best intent for the people. I hope, at least hope, that they have the best intent for the people. And to me, religion and the Bible and everything that is outside of us that we can see who God is an introductory offer.
Mm-hmm.
And is a mentoring tool
Mm-hmm.
that allows us to get into that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where it stops.
Mm-mm.
But
No,
wait,
no.
there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Like the old commercial. But wait, there's more, is what I heard you just say.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
So you sing.
Mm-hmm.
Can we hear?
Mm-hmm.
Would you share that with us?
Yeah. Let's see. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Mm-hmm. If you can use anything, Lord, use me. Take my hands, Lord, and my feet. Touch my heart, Lord, speak through me. If you can use anything, Lord, use me.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's amazing what people carry around inside them.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Glory to God.
You said you held that back. Didn't share it.
No, fear had me paralyzed for my whole life. But after 2020, yeah. Like I would sing on stages as background. I loved the background, loved it. But it's like I'm calling you for more. There's more. There's so much more that you don't know about yourself. So when you get me off this spin, I will use everything. I remember I heard someone say that the graveyard is so rich with gifts that people never used. And I'm like, I don't want to, 2020, I don't want to be that one that didn't serve you. I want to hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. I don't want to be held in chains and bondage anymore. There's so much I still have to do for him, you know? And there's so many people that don't know what they carry and who he is.
So you hope to inspire people to know who they are?
Yes, and who God is.
Who God has created them to be,
Yes.
and hey, he can work through their life?
Yes, and he uses everything from the pit to the palace, like Joseph. He uses everything. And we're not our trials. They're just tools that we need to build the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven.
Do you think you can see your trials differently as you go through them from a different perspective?
I just remember when Jesus went on the 40-day fast with the elevation. Each season changes our perspective, and each season the Bible has read differently for me because as I elevated, there's more. We haven't seen the depth, the height, the width of God until we become clean. So he changes every day. Next week may be a different perspective because I've given him a lot more of me. I'll give him even more of me. There's no limit to him.
Is it possible to give him all of you? But you're still giving him more of you.
Show me how.
So you've not given him all of you at this point, but you think it's possible.
Oh yes, I know it's where life is a lesson until it's time for us to go. So it's we always learning. And I don't want to ever stop. I don't want to limit him, Use me. If you can use anything, use me.
Has that helped your life, living that way?
Yes. I wouldn't be able to sit here to say, I wouldn't be here had it not been for him. Yeah. If I would have listened to the enemy's lies, if I would have let my trials and tribulations take control, I would not be here.
If there's one key that you can give to someone watching, what would that key be?
Ask him to help you learn how to surrender and to go with you as you walk this journey out. Don't look to man, because we fall. Nobody's perfect. If you've had church hurt, God, take this hurt out of me. Clean me up, renew a right spirit in me, but don't stop searching and talk with him about everything. Because he will show you. God, talk to God. Talk to God about everything. Acknowledge him in all your ways and he'll direct your path. It's not going to be easy, but it's so worth it. And you know how much you don't know. Because it's not about me, it's about God. Send me divine connections along the way so I can walk it out for you.
What I hear is God open my eyes and let me see it from your perspective as you would show it to me.
Yes.
Is the key? Is that a key?
Yeah, that's the key to everything.
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
We are here to help you discover or develop your passions, how you can use them, and why you exist. How can we help you help others better?